Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Sullivan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Sullivan. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Yeah, he'll find Hall. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They run again with Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
11 MT. Gun. Dot. 11 MT. Tape. 11 MT. Tape. Dot.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Burrow looking to pass. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
On one, ready? 11. Hot.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The Bengals at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and a couple. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They were the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sullivan. Open man is Barner, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. Look at the big man rumble. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And Walker has it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the give here, Charbonnet. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sullivan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Walker. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion right is Watkins. Now it's Burrow. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action with Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught at the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A
really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Sullivan. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next the score, Seahawks 14, Bengals 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
12.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Burrow will throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
One, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
11, Thomas.
Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter of a tight football game
11,
as we
11,
come
11.
up on a 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow on play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Quez Watkins, 37 yards. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
It's a gain of 35.
When you get into the 2nd half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back to throw. Sullivan. There's Hall bringing in another one. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Second and 2. They'll roll him out right. And he'll find Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying the left side with Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here we go. That.
Running left is Walker.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, ready?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gun. Dot.
Burrow looking to pass. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Burton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
11. Dot.
Gibbs again. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Gibbs will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McPherson on for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Second and long.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Inside the 20.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. He's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go. 11, 11.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
12, 12, 12.
Walker will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
Here we go.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Walker with another carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This for the lead in the final stages. McPherson's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And Walker has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Going deep for Walker. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plan